A cigarette other than Avdiivka Leopard 2A6. The Ukrainian Army lost one of the rare and valuable Leopard 2A6 tanks outside Avdiivka, east of Ukraine this week. The loss of the 4 crews of the German Leopard 2A6 to Bale is remarkable for 2 reasons. First, Leopard 2 of Ukraine extends the unfortunate line of losses. 2A5's super-armored Swedish variants. Add 6 Leopard 2 that Ukrainians lost before last week, and Army fell to 1/4 of best German tanks. In addition, what is remarkable is place where the latest Leopard 2A6 loss occurred in Ukraine's place war plans. The emergence of a Leopard 2A6 around Avdiivka means that 47th Mechanized Brigade or most them are there. This is important, because until recently, 47th Brigade was a part of Kyiv's opposite corps in the South Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia Oblast.He directed 10 miles to progress along axis. It was a few months for the brigade. Potentially, hundreds of infantry and vehicle teams lost 21 Leopars 2A6 and dozens of American-made M2 infantry fighting vehicle. As the southern opposition increased last month, the 47th Brigade seemed to be connected to a rest and reset period. Some of the Union were photographed behind the façade. However, on October 10, Russian 2nd Combined Army launched a multi-patrol attack on the Ukrainian garrison in Avdiivka, which contains 110th Mechanized Brigade. It didn't work until, however, during frontal attacks by the Russian brigades. Kyiv, who was mounted on both sides, removed at least some of the 47th Mechanized Brigade battalions and companies from their education areas and redeployed to Avdiivka. The redeployed forces openly included the surviving Leopard 2A6s, which were number 18 before last week, and the 47th Tugay's single tank company. Now it is clear that Kiev is enough commit Avdiivka's defense of the city to the remaining tanks. Desperately commit an exhausted brigade. The last loss this Leopard 2A6 also lost a Strv 122 21st Mechanized Brigade Ukrainian Army, who fought throughout different sector eastern Ukraine. Maybe lost first the 33rd Mechanized Brigade, which replaced it, was losing 7th or 8th 40 Leopard 2A4s. Most the Ukrainian tank losses are the result of my strikes. Drones explosives from top to bottom or both could be. Tragically, 47th Brigade lost AM2 that Leopard 2A6 sent to get team after tankers were rescued. It is better to kill Ukraine vehicles, especially tanks and especially drones. Of course, in recent weeks, the Ukrainian Army lost up to a dozen Leopard 2s and several dozen T-64 and T-72. They may have lost 55 tanks in one day.